Hi, my name is Zach, and I was introduced to the idea of ranked choice voting about 9 years ago, if you'd believe that. And my certainty in its necessity has only grown since then. I'll try and keep this brief, but truly there are so many benefits to ranked choice, I could go off all day. So, my top three would probably have to be ranked choice voting addresses negative partisanship, it offers voters more choice, and increases voter participation. So, in order, negative partisanship, I think we can all agree that politics has gotten exhausting. And I think one of the main reasons why it's so exhausting is the increased polarization that we see in the modern political sphere. And so, you can go all the way back to George Washington, who warned against the formation of political parties in the first place. And the wisdom of that warning has never been clearer. Attack ads and excessive negativity has driven the country into increasingly isolated partisan camps, and ranked choice offers a real alternative to that, and it provides real incentives to candidates to cut the mudslinging and focus on the issues that people actually care about. Political choice. For any given elected position in the general election, we have boiled down the entire sphere of political thought into just two camps: red team, blue team. And if you don't fit into either of those camps, you have to either compromise on values that are important to you, or you're out of luck. And before, anyone puts their hand up and says, "What about third parties?" Third parties just aren't powerful enough. They don't really sway elections. When's the last time a third party won the presidency? It's baked into the way that we vote, and that's why ranked choice, I think, is really kind of incredible in this arena. Why is there no party that supports liberals who fight for gun rights? Why is there no party for conservatives who believe that we should act on climate change? What about libertarians? What about the Green Party? There's incredible diversity within the electorate, and right now we're forcing everybody to pick between red team and blue team, and that's basically all the choice you have, or stay home. And so with ranked choice, we could actually have a third party, or perhaps even more than three parties. I know that idea is so alien, it's hard for us in our American mindset to take it seriously, but it really could happen. It does happen in other democracies across the world. And so I would invite people to imagine if progressives of the Democratic Party, like AOC and Bernie Sanders, could have their own party and run their own candidate without having to compromise behind candidates like Joe Biden. Or, on the other side of the aisle, if moderate Republicans and libertarians could split from the Trump train and run their own candidates instead of making people like John Kasich endorse Joe Biden. Like, John Kasich is a Republican, he stands for conservative values, and the current system forces him to support Joe Biden, who he disagrees on a lot of policy issues, but he's got no better choice because he doesn't like Trump that much. And that's why ranked choice basically would increase the amount of choice that people have in elections. And I think that leads right into voter participation. So one of the greatest failings, I personally think, of our American democracy is our terrible turnout. So even in the big national elections, like the one coming up in November, voter turnout typically maxes out at about 60%. And that is a uniquely American problem. There are lots of reasons why our turnout is so bad, but I think one that everyone can recognize is clearly dissatisfaction with the available options. So I know, and I'm sure everyone knows, at least one person whose opinion on politics is basically just both parties suck, and that's basically where the conversation ends. So it may be one of ranked choice's greatest strengths that it turns those people from jaded non-voters into active voters because they get choices that they actually can be excited about. And so one of the arguments against ranked choice often cite that it's too complicated, which, as a matter of fact, it isn't really, but that's not even the point. The implied concern behind it being too complicated, allegedly, is that it would reduce turnout. In fact, in all the places where ranked choice has been tried in the United States, which it has, turnout has increased across the board, which, go figure. You change the question from who do you hate the least to who do you actually like and are excited about, and people feel more empowered to participate in the process. So at the end of the day, I firmly believe, and there's substantial evidence to support the conclusion, that ranked choice voting would make our democracy just work better. And if our democracy works better, then we can really get to work solving problems and addressing issues that you care about. So thanks for your time, and I hope this has made you think about voting yes on question 2 for Massachusetts.